Hello everybody and welcome to the stream. I'll draw a landscape for you today using a variety of pencils, a smudging tool and an eraser. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. I'll start with my old trusty frame. And then a horizon that is rather low today, approximately in between the lowest fourth and the second lowest fourth of my picture, and then I'll go into the sky. Making horizontal lines darker at the top, getting lighter as I approach the horizon. Applying less pressure. And once more. The more often you do this, the more you can balance the areas. You can get it nice and homogeneous, almost structureless with the pencil. Have it at a very acute angle, so you have a larger surface of the lead having contact with the piece of paper, so the lines are nice and smooth. Less pressure down here. And more distance between the lines. Okay, let's go once more. I want it to be even darker at the top. I'm getting very dark lines at the right edge, which tells me I'm applying uneven pressure. But well, that's something to be worked on over time, the quality of my lines. Okay, maybe like this. Now let's go in with the smudging tool. Same procedure as with the pencil. Left and right, back and forth, from the top of the page down towards the horizon. Making a very smooth sky, eliminating the lines and the structure in the sky, so that it's one very soft gradient from the top to the bottom. Yesterday, as it neared sundown, there was this huge huge cloud at the horizon, which fascinated me very much. And so that's what I want to draw today. Just a huge, gigantic cloud over the horizon. And I was looking away from the setting sun, and therefore, in this case, the illuminated areas of the cloud weren't at the bottom left or bottom right, but they were at the top of the cloud. And the parts of the cloud closest to me, or that were facing me, were brightest, since that's where the sun came from. And the upper parts of the cloud were nearing the shadow area of the cloud, so that's where it was darker, and that's what I want to try today. Okay, I drew in my layout of the cloud, which I could have also not done, or that was a mistake right now. Maybe like a happy little accident, but no more like a mistake in this case. I should have erased this area for the cloud before drawing in the layout. So I'm going to erase this area that I drew in. The outlines are helping me right now. I know where it's going to be, but the layers inside I will have to draw again. But that's what it is. I don't have a huge routine in drawing, especially not in drawing landscapes or full pictures, full scenes. Before I started this YouTube channel, I just drew single trees without the landscape around it, or sometimes people or portraits from my imagination without anything around them. And it's something totally different from the drawing process and in terms of composition, to draw an entire scene, to have a frame or an entire page that I want to fill, instead of just having one motif that I draw on the paper without any context. So, this is the layout of the cloud. Now let's get back in there and see what's inside of it. I've got this area that comes out right here. I still see this thing that I drew before. Let's draw that in. Maybe this goes down here, right, like this. This comes over here, another layer over there. something right here. Something right there and something right there. Maybe like this. And some more detail back in this here. Okay. Now the lower part is going to be, yeah, it should be completely bright. And I start to work with my shadows from the upper side of the cloud. So now it's just drawing arcs or M shapes. I want them to be darker than the sky. Darker than the sky. And maybe have some more detail. Some more M's in there. Because every bulge of a cloud is separated into many very small bulges that come out there. Okay, just blocking in those shadows now. At the bottom of each line that I'm drawing, each outline has a shadow, and it doesn't have to be very exact right now. I'll go in with a smudging tool later to pull them down and make them more soft. Just drawing those in. It's almost the same as drawing the outlines of the foliage of the trees. If you're hearing machinery, there's a construction site outside of my building, and that's what you hear. I don't know what they're doing right now, but it's really loud. And my interface says that the microphone is picking it up, so I'm pretty sure you can hear it. Unfortunately, I only have this one cheap webcam microphone, so it's It's very sensitive to noise that is very far away from it. And I can't change the sensitivity for it. Let's have some more random lines in there, indicating some more volumes. Just like so. Just all the shadows. Like that. Right there. Going to the side. Over here. And to the left. Down here. And to the very left, right there. And we're almost done with blocking in the shadows. Okay, now I take the smudging tool and from the top of each line, the top of each section, I make it smooth and then I pull it down to the next section, leaving light areas just like when we draw hills. Have the dark areas be separated from the light areas, because wherever there's a top part in this cloud, it is facing upwards towards the sky and therefore a little bit away from the sun. And the darkest part of this cloud would be the part that is facing away from us. That would be the real shadow side of the cloud. But also, since the upper parts are inclined away from the sun more than the parts that are facing us, the upper parts are darker. Like that, yes. Get it nice and smooth. Really looks like cotton candy. Almost done. Just the left side. Okay. Now, if you want, you can add some more detail. I'm just going to do it as an example. Maybe here, some more outlines, or down there. Give it a couple more layers if you want to. Where you've got a large area without details that looks very flat, you can add some lines to give it a little bit more three-dimensionality. Maybe like so. Okay. Now that's the cloud done. So let's go into the ground. I don't want a lot to be going on in the ground, so that it doesn't distract from this cloud. The cloud is the subject, and it has to stand out. So if I draw anything that has more detail than the cloud, the observer of the drawing is going to want to look at those details. Their eyes are automatically going to be drawn toward the detail. And so I don't want a lot of detail in the ground. Just separating it a little bit more from the sky with a really dark horizon using the 3B pencil, and then some lines right here, maybe, and some random stuff all over the place, maybe there, maybe there. Over here. Just very soft over there. And that's the ground done for today. And with that, the drawing. Let's get rid of all those excess lines. Straighten up the sky. Okay. Let me get rid of the residue. Okay, let's sign this one. As always, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. I hope you were entertained. I hope you maybe learned something, mustered the motivation to draw something yourself, or maybe to study while listening to me rambling. Maybe get some other type of work done. Whatever you get out of it, I'm happy with that. So thanks again for watching. I'll see you again tomorrow, and bye bye.